I was gonna have Jacob edit in the screen cap here for the shits and giggles of it, but because time's of the essence, I'm just gonna do this joke right here. Hi Isaac. The reason I like to plan out video titles for these prediction videos when they come out is so I can pay attention to certain things. Like, hey, I made 2 friends during the duration of the back end of last year and early this year. Oh hey, 2 of those friends like football. Hey, their 2 favorite teams that they like are playing this week. This is going to be my way to pay homage to 2 people who I've met, spanning about a year now probably since I've discovered, give or take. And here's my way of paying homage to both of you for being 2 of the closest people I've now met on the internet over the last 365 days. Hello Subleaf, hello Raisu. I bring to you all the Quagsire versus Bowl of Rice game title video. Now video editor, roll the intro. And with that being said, hello everybody and welcome to the Week 7 video of the 2022-2023 NFL season and my prediction picks. I'm your host, Catherine, known as the Blind Canadian Cat. I say meow, I roll intros, and your girl's got some interesting things that have happened this last week. In the sense of, I didn't do my research, so I don't know how accurate this is. But based on these last week standings, or last week results, I can't remember a time where I had a better record of against the spread and totals picks being better than my straight up picks. It's something I don't see often, or it's definitely something you don't imagine you see often. So that kind of caught me by surprise a little bit. Figured I'd just kind of laugh it off here, like haha, this is something that happened, and it is what it is. But with all these, that brings my totals to 51, 42, and 1 straight up. The good against the spread week only brings me now 6 under at 43, 49, and 2. So plenty of time to catch that up and make that good again. And then a decent over-under brings me to 38 and 56. We got a lot of catching up to do on that one. Something tells me we're not going to beat my record last year of 138, 130, and 4. But never say never. We got plenty of time to get that fixed. And we can do that with these picks. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Before I begin, too, on that, actually, let me clarify some things. Marigoda, keep hating. That team, 3-3 ain't bad for a team that was supposed to be considered a bottom 5 team, and 6-0 against the spread. Keep following the trend. And I ain't really gonna fucking throw Tua back into the game. I get it, but God, if I were him, I wouldn't touch a field for a while. I would not. I don't like it. It is what it is. We're just going to go with it. And when we get started with these picks, let's also give a big welcome back to DeAndre Hopkins, who I think is on 2 of my 4 teams. So God help me, hopefully this wide receiver boost, now with Hollywood being injured and them trading for Robbie Anderson, who may or may not play that game, I don't know. I just figure when you get traded from a team, chances are you don't play a Thursday night game. But who knows? You're probably not going to get many opportunities anyway. But with that being said, I just found out that Thomas is out, Landry is out, and Lattimore is out. And Lattimore, who we need to keep respecting more as a top, I'll say 10. I hate making it top 5. It's tricky because I'm also biased. I want to put Humphrey in there. But as far as top 10 corners here, Marshawn Lattimore needs to get more respect than people give him sometimes. But that being said, with him being out, I'm expecting Hopkins to have a field day. There is no one in that secondary who realistically should stop DeAndre Hopkins. Could they limit him because he's rusty? Yeah. Could he turn what would probably be a 10-plus catch game, 150-plus yard game, 2-touchdown game, to say 5 or 6 catches for 70 yards? Maybe a jump ball touchdown? Possibly. He's rusty. But everyone's tired. It's Thursday night, so everyone's got all those games in the Thursday night game. And Hopkins is like, I'm chilling. So I like the Cardinals in this spot. Luck it all. For what I think will be a better game. Granted, the bar is set really low between the Bears Commanders and the Colts Broncos games we got the last 2 Thursdays. But I think this game has a good chance to be really good. Ultimately, at this rate, I don't think either of these teams are making the playoffs. If we're going off of 6 games into the season, how do we feel? But I'm not sold on either of these teams being playoff teams at this point. I'm not. Bengals over the Falcons, because I do think the Bengals are a better team, but hey, Atlanta is still riding that 6-0 spread thing I've been telling you about. And at +6, I will fucking take that. Now, if this was like Cincy -3, I might hate myself and take the -3, but at +6, fuck it. I'll take Atlanta, and I think Atlanta right now is better than New Orleans, and Cincy barely won that game. So by all means, give me Atlanta to cover that spread. Ravens realistically should blow out the Browns, but anytime I think the Ravens get a big lead and can maintain it, they end up losing that lead. So, at this point, would it be a surprise if, say, the Browns covered this spread? No. Should I probably take the Browns? Would that be the smarter thing? Probably. But, at this point, this week in general, based on some of these lines and spreads and whatnot, if you're a fan of teasers, you got a bunch of great teasers you can mess around with here. Like, shoot Atlanta up to like +12 or whatever. Tease Baltimore down to -1. Ravens should win this game. And if the Ravens can't win this game, then I might say throw the season in the trash, honestly. Because I don't think we're going to beat Tampa next Thursday. But, yeah. There's a bunch of good teaser plays you could probably mess around with here. Cowboys to beat the Lions. I think Dak Prescott comes back this week. Lions are coming off a bye and coming off of we don't know what the fuck they are. So maybe the Lions figure it out. Maybe I don't know. I do think the Lions keep it close because of that high scoring offense. Or at the very least they'll backdoor cover. Because hello, high scoring offense. You just got shut out and now you have a bye week, so you had pretty much 2 weeks of nothing. So let's see if you can find that offense back. Maybe. Look for Jamal Williams to probably have a good game. Because Trayvon Diggs will probably take care of Amon-Ra. Titans to beat the Colts. Titans always beat the Colts. I'm going to keep taking them to beat the Colts. Sorry, not sorry. Giants to beat the Jags. Okay. I'm hearing you now, Giants fans. Last week, I'll give you... I was 50-50. Because Baltimore should have been the better team. Like logically speaking, the Ravens as a whole are a top echelon team. They just don't know how to close, and they keep shooting themselves in the feet. Lamar has not looked good the last 3 weeks, but in his defense, he's done enough over the last 3 weeks that the Ravens should have won all 3 games. The shit in the fourth quarter was dumb, and it hurts my heart a little bit seeing Kayvon Thibodeau get that strip sack on Lamar. Oregonian pride. Love my Oregonian people, but God, that hurt me a little bit. But, theoretically speaking, yeah, that made sense the Ravens were favored. Don't take that spread, but it made sense the Ravens were favored. This one I don't get. This one I don't see at all. Had the Jags, say, beat the Colts, or had, like, didn't lose to Houston, something like that, I might have said, but even as the home team, I don't get this. To me, the Giants have earned enough respect that on a road game in Jacksonville, give them -1. If you think the Jacksonville home field is enough to give Jacksonville the benefit of the doubt, fine. But you got to give the Giants -1 here. The Giants at this point ever, you beat the Packers, you beat the Ravens, who I don't care what their records and situations are right now. Those are 2 top-tier teams. So the Giants beat them both. I think the Giants deserve credit. I think the Giants deserve a lot more credit than they're being given. And if this is Vegas' way of saying, oh, hey, the whole world's going to bet on the Giants and the Jacksonville's going to find some bullshit way to win this game and cover that 3, well, then, you know, congratulations, Vegas. You screwed everyone out of money. But, Giants deserve to be favored in this game. Even at this point, even if it's just -1 or -2. Because if you think the Jacksonville home field makes that much of a difference. But no, the Giants are... So anyway, run away with that one. Or hell, if you want to, again, tease it up, want to tease it up to +9, just for the sake of it, because even if Jacksonville does win this game, they're not going to dominate this game by any stretch. Or if you want to get some extra money, keep that up to New York -1, because it is at +3 right now. Fucking go for it. Well, the Giants should win this game. Or at least, the Giants now, because of the 5-1 start, and the last 2 teams they beat, the Giants now have a precedent. Hey, you have expectations now. We believe in you now. Beat this Jags team. Do it. And that's what I'm talking about. So, yeah. That's where I'm at with that. Bucks over the Panthers, the fact that it's 11 makes me want to gag, considering what they did to what was supposed to be the other shitty team. Because let's be real, I think it's Carolina, Pittsburgh, and Houston. Those are your 3 shit teams right now. So, yeah, to see Tampa lose that game outright, I don't feel confident giving them 11. I don't. But I'm gonna lay it anyway because I do think Carolina is the worst team in football. I do. So we're gonna go with that, and we're gonna hate ourselves while we do it. Vegas and Houston. Vegas theoretically should be the better team, so I'll give them the win. I'm not comfortable laying the 7, so I'll give Houston the 7. But Vegas should theoretically win this by double digits. Theoretically speaking. Jets and Broncos, again, this is another one of those games where it's like, I can't make Denver a favorite anymore. I can't. Their defense is amazing. Shout out Pat Surtain, because Pat Surtain is the MVP of my fantasy team for Week 6 in the Ante and Co League, despite me not having a Denver player on my roster. I was down 20, and my opponent had Mike Williams, and I had Austin Eckler. So the fact that Pat Surtain shut down Mike Williams completely in that game saved my ass in fantasy. So, thank you, Pat Surtain. But let's be real. Your offense is trash, and your head coach probably should have been fired before Matt Rule. Personal opinion. But, again, it comes down to what the Jets have done. Like, the Jets at this point have a really good defense. Not that the Packers' offense has been lighting up anything lately, but they just manhandled Green Bay. Like, manhandled them. Again, make the Jets at least a -1. Denver does not deserve to be a favorite. Now, game being in Mile High, now that's an actual home field advantage. But I'm not comfortable with Denver as the favorite here. I'm not. I'm going to take the Jets. I'm going to. Again, this is one. Again, teaser play. Giants Jets. If you want to shoot both those pluses up, like plus 6 or 7 or whatever, go for it. Because even if the Giants and the Jets don't win their games, Denver's not blowing anyone out. They're not. The only game that Denver's played where there was more than one possession was when they lost to the Raiders. Outside of that, Denver doesn't score, and their games aren't wide margins. They're all close. So just bump the Jets up to 4, honestly. Because the Jets should win this game, but even if they don't, Denver's not going to blow them out. So Denver will probably win by 3. KC should blow out San Fran. I don't care who's healthy on that team. KC's a better team, and they're coming off the Buffalo loss, so they're going to take care of business. I don't think San Fran really have much chance against KC, to be honest. But especially with the injuries, yeah, good luck with that one. Chargers Seahawks. This will be a good game. It'll be interesting now with Dustin Hopkins because of that hamstring clearly bothering him. He's going to sit a couple of weeks out now. Backup kickers. Are they going to be respectable? I've seen Matt Amendola flying around a couple of teams lately, and he's not looked good. So I don't know who the Chargers got for their backup kicker, but I think they're all right. They should be good enough to win this game. But I will not sleep on Seattle. Geno Smith is cooking. That defense is figuring things out. Tariq Woolen might be the defensive rookie of the year. Do not sleep on Tariq Woolen. I love Sauce, and I love what some of these pass rushers are doing. But don't Today I got the Chargers, but at 6.5, not with how good Seattle's been playing. I'm giving Seattle the cover. Although I would not be surprised if Seattle won this game. I would not. Miami and Pittsburgh Sunday night game. The NFL ignored my pleas on Twitter for multiple weeks and did not flex this game out. Oh well. I'm gonna watch it anyway because I'm a depraved football fan. So. But yeah, Miami, if Tua is back and Tua is something, he should be fine. Because again, Pittsburgh's trash. Don't let them be Tampa distracted from the fact that they're trash. And yeah, but at this point, I don't know how healthy Tua is, and I don't want to trust either of these teams. So Miami win, Pittsburgh covers. I'm gonna win one of them, or I'm gonna win both of them. So yeah, that's kind of how I feel it. This game. Thank God I'm not actually betting money on these. Well, I probably should be, but. Yeah. And then. As much as New England being favored by 8 is kind of gross for a Monday night game against the Bears, I'll take it, because I do think the Patriots can do it. Bailey Zappi, at this point, is proven, you know, it's like, there's one thing being respectable, but, like, he seems comfortable. I haven't watched a lot of highlights, but he seems very comfortable in what he's doing. So, you know what? Zabby, I'm going to trust you to lay the 8 against the Bears. Or at the very least for that defense to do some interesting things. Yeah, those are the picks. I forgot to write down a parlay of the week thing, so let's do this and make things interesting. We'll do... Let's go Ravens straight up. They should beat the Browns. This shouldn't really be much of a thing. And then honestly, you could probably go Giants, Jets, and Chiefs against the spread. Yeah, honestly. Giants, Jets, and Chiefs against the spread. Flex it however you want. And, let's go under in that Bucs-Panthers game. I don't know what the line is, but Tampa doesn't know how to score more than 20 unless they're getting blown out by the Chiefs. And Carolina, at this point, I don't think they can score an offense at all. And I think Tampa's got a better defense anyway, so. That game, for the sake of it, I don't know, covering 11, 20 to 7, 23 to 10, something like that. That game's not going to hit 40. It will not. Unless Tampa really decides to say, fuck it, let's drop 38 on the Panthers. Unless that happens, I don't see this game hitting 40. So yeah, there you go. Ravens straight up. You can do Giants, Jets, and Chiefs against the spread. And yeah, under in the Bucs-Panthers. Yeah. Sounds good to me. I would say you could probably throw Tampa straight up, but I don't think you're really going to get any much of a profit from that game. I don't. And with that, yep. Oh, I guess fantasy stuff. Fantasy, I think I went like 2-2 this week. I think. I lost in LOA. I won in the Progs with that awesome comeback. I lost in Discord Finance, and I won in Coconut Mall. So yeah, 2-2. With matchup this week against my boy Travi, the Patriots fan, struggling this year in fantasy, but maybe we'll turn around at this rate. Maybe you need to turn it around. Going against Bean, respectable player, looking pretty good so far this year. Coconut Mall going against Jakob, the video editor. Not my video editor per se, but you know, maybe I'll convince him to edit one of my videos one of these days. Maybe. And then the Doc, Steven, my fellow Ravens fan, who right now is number 1 in this league. So, he's the 1 seed, I'm the 3 seed right now in the anti-code. So, it should be fun. May the best Ravens fan, who's probably an alcoholic and depressed, win this game. Good luck to y'all. Good luck to my opponents. Good luck to you all on your betting picks. And good luck to everyone here, and that'll be it for me. Make sure you like, rate, comment, and subscribe to my beautiful YouTube channel, where hopefully we can do more than just these football picks and the DR videos. I do have a couple other things planned, or at least I'm learning new things, so maybe I can post more things. I got one project on the back burner that I'm praying to God can come out at some point, because if it does, ooh, I'm going to be the happiest cat in the world, but we don't know where that is right now, and that's probably going to be several months in the future. Maybe. I don't know. We're working, we're talking, we'll see. I got another project that should be coming out, not on my channel, but somewhere else, with the Also glorious and lovely, Dirkiest Gamer Blast, aka DGB, aka Autumn, a good close friend of mine, who should be releasing their project soon, so I will give y'all a heads up when that comes out. And that is that. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, CanadianCatCP, the Instagram, @CanadianCat. Pop into my Twitch. I'm trying to stream more often, but it's tricky out at this point. Trying to figure out Java's schedule, and the poor roomie, as far as we're living here, he only works 4 days a week, so it's like I try not to stream when he's here. It's weird, and I don't want his background noise picking up. So I can only stream when he's not here. So it's until we get into a new place where I can have my own room and yada yada. This is gonna have to work for now. And then pop into my Discord. Try to have some fun here and there where I can. And yeah, that's it. Thank you all for watching. I am Catherine of the Blind Canadian Cat YouTube channel. This is my face, actually, fun fact. And this is Merrick down here. This is from our good friend Rowan. Their t-shirt thing or blah blah blah. If I can remember the name of it, I will put that link down there so you can buy that and have my beautiful face on there. Where am I doing? It's over here. I'm looking at my camera. Choose peace, bitches. Accept love. Have big trust. Good night, everybody.